Welcome to Tiara BriAnn TV. I am your host, Tiara BriAnn, and don't you forget it.
Don't you forget it.
Don't you forget it. Today we have Nurse Ro in the building.
Hey, yeah, we finna turn up.
So if you did not know, Nurse Ro is the head nurse in charge.
Okay.
Today she will be sharing her journey when it comes to nursing. She's very well known in the nursing community here in Atlanta, Georgia, and we're just going to share her journey with you all. So Nurse Ro, go ahead and just share who you are and your experience in nursing.
So basically, if you guys know me, you guys know I come from Columbus, Georgia. I grew up there my whole life, was born on Fort Benning. I went to Hardaway High School, then I graduated in 2013 at Hardaway. Quickly went to Georgia State. Everybody was going friend group, so you know we all had to get in the car and go. So I went to Georgia State, took 2 years of prereqs, so prerequisites to get into the nursing program. Then I eventually applied to the nursing program. I applied in, I want to say that summer of 2015.
Okay.
And found out on Halloween, or it had to be way after, excuse me, it had to be way after, but Georgia State was the only nursing school that I applied for. So I am a big risk taker. If you know me, I am the person to jump off the ledge. And so I got in. I was very happy about that. Took the courses, it took the program. I did the traditional, but somehow I still graduated in 2 years. So I graduated in 2017 from the nursing program. So it was 2013 to 2017. I got my BSN. Then I started the Grady Nurse Residency Program. Okay. So residency program, that's for new nurses. So I joined their program. I was already a CNA tech there at Grady. I was an extern there. So I quickly grasped onto the nursing skills and critically thinking. Shortly after I began charging as a new nurse, I was charging. I was shocked, but I was handling them. You
did it, girl.
But after I charged and after I moved from med-surg, I went to critical care at Grady. Then I started some travel nursing. I did a little PRN in between. But right now I'm currently in my master's program back at Georgia State to become a psychiatric nurse practitioner. So that's where I am right now. I'm doing a travel contract too. It's ending actually next Friday.
Wow.
But that's pretty much
Resume on point, baby. You got the credentials.
Okay. Y'all better get with it.
You got the credentials.
Y'all better get with it. Resume speak for itself. Okay. I don't need to talk. Okay.
So I noticed that you mentioned you got your BSN at Georgia State, and you're currently enrolled in a master's program at Georgia State. Can you tell us what your day-to-day life is, or how it was when you were getting your bachelor's? And do you feel like the master's program is more intense, you know?
So I will definitely say it is different. Of course, nursing school is hard in undergrad, period. I actually pledged my first or second semester of nursing school. I pledged Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, fall 2015. But the thing was, it's something different. You're learning different materials. So you're learning how to critically think. And most of the time we're used to memorization and just one answers. But you're a nurse. You got to learn how to save someone's life. Period.
Right.
So it was an adjustment. Was it doable? Definitely. Is it doable? Period. Yes, definitely. Any age, any person. As far as master's program, you got to realize you are working. Some people have kids, some people don't have kids. You're working full time and you still have day-to-day life. Right. The master's program to me is undergrad on crack cocaine. Okay. So it's a big difference. But as far as study tips, definitely in undergrad, first you have to find out what's going to work best for you. That's undergrad, grad school, doctorate. What works best for you? Because she may be a visual learner, but I may be auditory, or I need to see pictures, XYZ. So learn what type of learner you are. Don't compare where you are in your performance level or studying, whatever the case may be, with a peer. But also, not to say, reach out for help as well. Don't be scared to ask questions. Talk to those professors. Get to know people. Network, because life literally is all about networking, even in the nursing world. And if you have a gut feeling, this is for nursing in general, follow your gut feeling, follow that intuition, because most of the time you are never wrong. But study habits is really study habits is a thing that everyone is different, and I'm learning that because I have a friend that studies way different than me, but she gets on them A's on those tests.
To each his own.
To each his own. So it all depends on what type of person you are, really.
Okay, thank you. So you shared your tips as far as studying goes, and as far that I know, I believe it's the NCLEX that you have to take once you do graduate after receiving your bachelor's. Do you have any tips as far as the NCLEX, how to study, or what tools did you use? Were there any books in particular?
The NCLEX, for people that are watching, the NCLEX is a test, a proctored test. So someone is watching you, monitoring you. It's similar to the test settings of an SAT, ACT, GRE, things of that nature. So the NCLEX is the test that you take to get your license by the state in order to practice as a registered nurse or even as an LPN. So the NCLEX is 75 to 265 questions. By the grace of God, I got 75.
Correct.
Okay, so basically I used UWorld, a software called UWorld. I swear by UWorld. It is the best. It had over 1,900 questions. It's fairly cheap compared to any other products. No, I'm not promoting or work for UWorld. I'm literally just saying UWorld is the best.
Right.
So it was over 1,900 questions. I did every single one. I purchased a subscription with the self-assessments because at first I wanted to see where I was. I did the bank, so I suggest breaking up questions. Do questions every day, whether it's 25 to 100 questions, and also get something that is going to show you why the answer is wrong and why the answer is right, because you need rationales. You need to see where you're going wrong. So I suggest UWorld by a long shot. It predicted that I would pass, and I passed on the first try. Me and my other best friend Schwade, we took our NCLEX maybe 2 weeks after we graduated. Using UWorld though, he got 265, I got 75, so we both passed. That's all that matters.
That's
so
great.
I suggest UWorld, but I know there's many other things like Hearst. What else is it? Hearst, and I don't even remember. It's a lot of stuff, but I swear by UWorld. I say UWorld.
Okay, we're gonna go with UWorld.
UWorld.
Great. Well, thank you very much. I also know that you mentioned how you work at the #1 trauma hospital here in Georgia.
Yes, ma'am.
Grady Hospital. And I believe that's just specifically trauma only.
So Grady is a public hospital.
Okay.
It's trauma 1. So we deal with trauma, any type of trauma Grady Memorial Hospital can handle.
Okay.
So that's pretty much with Grady. It's not a for-profit hospital. It's not a private hospital. We take everybody. We see everybody. So
it's pretty busy.
Very busy. Over 900 beds, y'all. Probably way more. Over 900 beds. It's a big hospital. We do a lot. So Grady, that was one of my best experiences. I'm actually planning on going back soon. I grew up at Grady. As far as they taught me how to be a nurse, they taught me how to be a tech. It's trauma. Right. So I worked med-surg. I started off on medical surgical trauma, then moved to critical care, step down, saw more trauma, cardiac patients, medical patients, and it taught me how to be a strong nurse. And
you saw a little bit of everything.
When I say literally everything, literally everything. It taught me how to be a strong nurse. It taught me how to lead. So I love Grady. That's where I started my career. Right. And, you know, it's a great place to learn. You're going to learn the most. Every place that I've been to after does not compare to Grady Memorial Hospital. It
got you prepared.
It got me prepared, y'all. And it's crazy because when I go to other places, they're like, whoa, you know a lot. And Grady taught me that, so.
That's awesome. Have you worked in any other specialty when it comes to nursing, and where are you currently working now? What's that specialty?
So as far as nursing, like I told you guys, I started off at Grady hospital bedside on the med-surg floor. I moved to critical care. Also at Grady, I had a lot of PRN stuff as a new nurse. I was so ready to get a job. Guys, I worked literally probably everywhere in Atlanta. I was so ready to get a job, so I worked for basically a healthcare agency where you basically go to different occupations. So I was going to City of Atlanta, I want to say a Georgia Power Company, giving immunization, so the flu shot, doing biometrics, wellness biometrics, so basically height, weight, blood sugars, just taking, you know, vital signs to see where this employee is, and just a wellness visit basically. I've also done some psych. I am in psychiatric mental health program. I worked at a facility. I was in crisis stabilization. I absolutely loved it. It was just some issues in regards to staffing. That's why I didn't basically stay long. Where else have I worked? Girl, I worked. Oh, I'm at
everywhere.
I'm at a Piedmont facility now. Excellent. I love them too. On the neuro floor. I'm sorry, on the neuro floor. So I've done neuro, I've done bedside, I've done psych, critical care, step down. Pain center. I've been at the pain center, the #1 pain center in Atlanta. I'm not gonna tell you what, but that was one of my best jobs too. That was a travel contract. It paid the most. Ooh, but all I was doing was putting in IVs, accessing ports, giving ketamine, infusing IVIG, Rituxan, Ocrevus to multiple sclerosis patients, and I mean that was a gravy job, no labor.
Okay.
No labor.
Right. So you mentioned travel nursing, and there's a lot that I hear too about travel nursing. How did you get into it? Can you really just explain travel nursing, your likes, dislikes, pay?
So, not even as a nurse, as a nursing student, you're interested in nursing. You know, the travel nurses, the CRNAs, you know, your nurse practitioners, those are the ones making the cash, y'all. So, of course, I knew about traveling before. But what really got me into it was when I started actually becoming a nurse, and I seen all the different travelers. I mean, different travelers from other countries, different travelers that were local, and, you know, just discussing with them pay and things of that nature. That's what really got me interested, because money talks with me. I'm not going to lie, money talk. So I got into traveling simply really last year. Like I said, I'm originally from Columbus, so my permanent address is still Columbus. So Atlanta, that's over 50 miles, so it's considered a travel contract. But that's what got me into travel nursing. Basically, other travel nurses, the pay. My sis knows. This is one of my best friends, so she knows the checks are wonderful. Not even bragging, not even gloating. Every travel nurse, you can,
a 25-year-old hustler in getting it. That's what I can't say.
You can make. I've seen nurses make 10 bands in 7 days on a strike. Travel nurses, you can easily. I've seen a max with COVID, 10K a week, 5K a week. It all depends on where you are.
Money talk.
What specialty you're in, but you can make a lot of money with travel nursing. I love that. I love the fact that I'm not their staff, so I'm kind of, I'm the help, but I'm not the staff, so that's a plus. It's different when you're staff and when you're just helping, because you have to abide by every rule that they have. Right. Versus, like, scheduling XYZ versus traveling, you can really do your own thing. Most of the time they're flexible with schedule because you're helping them.
Right.
I love the quick orientation when I'm at the bedside, but one thing I absolutely hate is the multiple orientation. So every travel contract you do, you have to do a hospital-wide orientation.
Oh, wow.
A week. So I've been in everybody's probably orientation in the city of Atlanta, y'all. So that's the thing I hate about it. But I also hate too when I have to leave good people, say if the hospital doesn't have the budget for travelers, XYZ, because sometimes you do meet a lot of good people, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you meet people that won't say anything to you because you're a traveler, whatever the case may be.
Right.
And some people will be happy and open arms to you. The travel contract I'm on now, I love them. They're cool. Mostly island ladies, but I don't got a problem with the island ladies, so they're cool, humble, always asked if I ever needed help, and I respect them for that, because y'all know, hate to say old nurses eat their young, and I'm still kind of on the young side, but it's always about nice. Travel nursing. Yeah. It's nice to, when you're traveling, and I've become the type of person I could stand alone, definitely. I'm not going to say I've always been this way. I've always used to run in the pack. I'm not going to lie. But right now in my life, I could stand alone. I don't need the extra. But those people. It's good to have people that you know you can go to, you can communicate with at work, because you're at work.
Right.
Half your life, so.
Right. So it seems like you got a pretty busy schedule, from school to work to just your everyday life in general. How do you handle everything? How do you create a work-life balance?
I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Sometimes I don't. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes I don't, because sometimes you get so. I'm the type of person, I like to get things done. I like to get things done the right way. So sometimes I do disappear. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like I've stopped now more than other times. But get a planner. Use the calendar app on your phone. That's why it's there. Download another app to help you going. Me, I'm the type of person, I love to write. If you come to my house, you're gonna see a list in every room. I just write a list. I could be repeating a list of things I need to do. Cross out that list. You have to set aside time to get things done, because you keep pushing it off. I've learned we don't like to start something because it brings us anxiety. I've been seeing that a lot. It brings you anxiety.
Yes.
And you just have to overcome that anxiety and just do it. Planning. Sometimes you also have to say no. Yeah, when I was pledging, all I'm going to say is afterwards, I would, in the books, and even people asking to hang out, I'm sorry, sis, I got a test.
She couldn't.
You know what I'm saying? But people who love you, who understand, they'll understand. But people who don't understand, that's not true love, because trust me, you have to get it done regardless. So I keep a planner. I make lists. I set reminders in my phone. And don't overbook yourself, definitely, because especially our age, you want to go here, we want to go there, we want to go to her event. It's her birthday. Oh, we got to go to the school event. Oh, we got to go to mama's house. You got to stay focused. You definitely have to stay focused, because you will fall off track. And I'm not one to say that I've never fallen off track.
It happens.
I failed a class before, you know. Yeah. Rosella has failed a class. I just recently started telling people, because I'm not going to lie, I was embarrassed about it, but it is what it is. It's life. You keep going, because you're going to fail at things. But just staying focused, being disciplined, having a planner.
You failed a class before, and what happened when you retook it?
And what happened? I failed a class. Actually, did I fail? No, I withdrew from one in undergrad because somebody robbed me so bad, y'all. And then I failed one in grad school. And now, y'all want to know what I got in that class? An A. So that means 2, keep away from distractions. I had plenty of distractions. I will say that's partial of the reason, but it is what it is.
Right.
I'm here now. I graduate next year. Next year is going to come faster than you know it.
Yes.
So, you just got to keep going. It's going to be hard, bumps in the road. Just stay focused and disciplined. That's all I can say.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
All I can say.
Last thing, I want you to share any advice with a current student, somebody who's looking forward to going to nursing school, or to all the nurses out there too.
So first I'm going to start people prospects. If you want to go to nursing school, go. I don't care if you're black, white, brown, green. Don't care about your age. Go. I had people that was my age. Was I young? I wasn't the youngest, probably close to it, but I've seen people in my undergrad class that was 60 with grandkids. So don't tell me that you can't do it. So just jump in and do it. It's plenty of resources online. At this point in life, everything is online. Look up the school where you're interested in, see what they require, any testing prior, any testing during. Get all of that together and then just jump in and apply. You never know unless you try. Of course you want to have good grades, good GPA before you apply, but just jump in, do it, apply. The next thing I'll say is don't be scared. Like I said, jump in, keep going, and keep going. Regardless of if one school says no, find a school that's going to say yes. Because it's a school that's going to say yes. And if not, fix whatever you need to fix. That's plain and simple. For nursing students, stay focused. Do whatever you want to do, whatever specialty you want to go to. ICU, med surg, ER. If you want to start at the clinic, the nursing home, I say, baby girl, go start, because it's money to be made in the clinics. So do whatever you want to do. No, you don't have to start off on med surg first. No, you don't have to be a PCT or a CNA first. Go wherever your heart desires, because you have to be happy. Stay genuine. Stay true to yourself. for all the nurses out there, especially new nurses, follow that gut feeling. Ask questions. Never be too scared to ask questions. Nursing is a continuous learning environment. You're not going to know everything. And if you find somebody that know everything, I want you to watch them.
Okay, right.
Because, baby, them the nurses you need to be scared of. But always ask questions. Always ask for help. If you are unhappy where you're working, don't be afraid to quit. You're a nurse. You can go anywhere you want to go. You can work anywhere you want to work. You can do any specialty you want to do. There's no reason for us to be... it's 2020. I don't know if the world gonna end by the end of the year or not.
Right, okay.
If you know me, Rosila's gonna quit a job real quick. So, you know, and I know insurance and other factors are an issue, but just be happy, be true, be genuine. Don't forget to ask questions. Don't be scared to ask questions. Always stand up for yourself, because there's a lot of bullying in nursing. And if you can't stand up for yourself, go seek help and find somebody that's going to solve it, because nobody should be unhappy at work, whether it's comfort, whether it's other people, practice, or you just hate it. Nobody should be unhappy at work. That's just me.
That's true, right.
But I just wish everyone the best. I wish all my nurses the best. I want to say thank you to every single nurse who has worked during this COVID pandemic, frontline with the COVID patients or not, because we all know it is tough out here. And that's all I can say. I love all my nurses. Shout out to y'all. And we gonna make it. It's still the year of the nurse, period. I don't care. Even though it came out bad, we turned.
Right.
Because some of it, you know, period.
Right.
But that's pretty much
Thank you. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate your real and raw honesty when it comes to about nursing. I feel like this is something a lot of people need to hear. How can we get in touch with you too outside of this video? So
y'all, simply do me a favor, Instagram _nurse Row. So _NURSE Row. On my page you'll see a lot of stuff. Nurse Uplift, we got that coming up. It's the pandemic is really messing up a lot of things, but Nurse Uplift is also an organization that I will be starting up really soon. Community service, uplifting nurses, nursing students, all types of different nurses, going to different hospitals. It's gonna be a big thing. I don't even want to tell you too much, because I like for the
side
public.
note, it's gonna be really big, because you started an organization at Georgia State. So we gonna turn up. It's gonna be a good organization. I want everybody to be a part of it, whether you're a nurse, nursing student or not. It's community based, so it's gonna be for the people. But that's pretty much it. Hit me up on there, follow me, like a picture, share, whatever. But that's pretty much it. Thank you. So all of her information will be down below in the description box. You guys can follow me on Instagram at Tiara BriAnn, TIARA BriAnn. That will be in the description box as well. This is Tiara BriAnn TV. I am your host, Tiara BriAnn, and don't you forget it. Until next time.